Have you ever wondered if just 5 minutes, those first quiet moments right after you wake up, could actually shape the rest of your life? Sounds dramatic, I know, but stay with me. Science and ancient wisdom seem to agree on something fascinating. The way you spend the first 300 seconds of your day might not just determine how today goes, it could influence how many tomorrows you have left. We're not talking about miracle pills, expensive supplements, or intense biohacking. What I want to share with you is something deeply human, simple, free, rooted in both modern neuroscience and centuries old Shaolin practice. A small set of morning habits that act like a shield, slowing down aging, sharpening your mind, and energizing your spirit. Here's the catch: most of us start our day with fatigue, stiffness, or brain fog. That sluggish feeling, it's not just being tired, it's your body signaling, hey, we need a reset. We need a different command. Think of your body like a ship waiting for its captain's orders. Every system, your brain, your hormones, your muscles, even your immune system is standing by for direction. And the first command you give, right after waking up, sets the entire course. So ask yourself, are you starting your day by scrolling through stress on your phone? Or are you tuning into yourself, body, breath, awareness? In this video, I'll walk you through 7 time-tested morning rituals inspired by Shaolin tradition. They take just minutes, but their effect, it could mean not just more years in your life, but more life in your years. Let's reclaim those first 5 minutes together, not with pressure, but with presence. Because aging is inevitable, but how you age, that's still a choice. Morning habit 1, hydrate like your life depends on it. Let me ask you something. What's the very first thing you put into your body each morning? For most people, it's coffee, maybe something sweet, or nothing at all. But here's the truth that often gets overlooked. By the time you open your eyes in the morning, your body is already in a mild state of dehydration. Think about eat overnight. While you're sleeping peacefully, your body is still working, you're breathing, you're sweating, you're losing water through your skin and your lungs without even noticing. And that's totally natural, but it means you wake up running low on one of your most essential resources. Here's where things get serious. Studies show that in the early morning hours, your blood is more concentrated, thicker, in a sense. That makes your heart work harder to circulate it. And for adults over 65, this becomes more than just a science fact, it's a health risk. The early morning is actually the peak time for heart attacks and strokes. Why? Often because of dehydration. So what can you do? One of the simplest, most powerful habits you can build is this. Drink a glass of warm water with the juice of a quarter lemon first thing after waking up. Not cold, not ice water, warm. Why warm? Because it gently opens up your blood vessels, activates your digestion without shocking your system, and gives your metabolism a gentle nudge. The lemon? That tiny splash of citrus does more than add flavor. It brings in potassium, vitamin C, and supports your liver in its daily detox work. It's like saying to your body, hey, I'm awake now, let's start clean. Some people might brush this off as too simple to matter. But in a world that's obsessed with complex solutions and expensive fixes, sometimes the oldest wisdom is still the best. This isn't just hydration, it's a daily ritual of self-respect. A quiet moment to say, I'm choosing to take care of myself before the world starts demanding things from me. So tomorrow morning, before you scroll, before the caffeine, before the chaos tree, this one glass, one moment, one powerful choice. Morning habit 2, move before you rise. Here's a question we rarely stop to ask. What does your body feel like before you even take that first step out of bed? If you're like most people, maybe there's a stiffness in your joints, a heaviness in your limbs, or that momentary dizziness when you stand up too fast. It's easy to chalk it up to just waking up, but there's something deeper going on. During sleep, your circulation slows. Your muscles and joints rest in stillness. Your nervous system is in a quiet, reset state. So when you suddenly rise and start your day without warning, it's like revving an engine that hasn't warmed up. No wonder so many people feel off balance or groggy in those first moments. But there's a beautiful, gentle solution, one that takes no more than a minute, and you don't even have to leave your bedroom to do it. Before stepping out of bed, Try this short sequence. Stand tall beside your bed. Take a slow, deep breath in. Reach your arms up toward the ceiling like you're welcoming the sun, then slowly bring them down. Roll your shoulders backward 5 times, then forward. Gently rotate your neck side to side. No force, just awareness. And finally, do 10 slow heel lifts, rising onto your toes, then grounding down again. That's it. 1 minute, one mindful minute. But what happens in that 1 minute is powerful. You gently wake up your circulation, send fresh oxygen to your brain, and recalibrate your balance. Your body shifts from sleep mode to flow mode with grace, not shock. I started doing this after noticing how often I used to feel foggy and clumsy in the mornings. Since building it into my routine, I've not only felt more alert, I've actually looked forward to mornings. It's become a small ritual of self-connection. And here's the deeper thought. How you enter the world each day matters. You can either stumble into it, half awake, or rise into it with intention. Your body is your first home. Greet it kindly. Morning habit 3. Feed your muscles. Feed your mind. Let's talk about something we often overlook in the quiet hours of the morning. Nourishment. Not breakfast as a social routine, not calories for the sake of tradition. I mean real nourishment, especially for the parts of us we can't see in the mirror. Our muscles, our blood sugar balance, even our ability to focus. Here's something most people don't realize. When you wake up, your body is still in a fasted state. You've gone 7, maybe 8 hours without food. And during that time, especially in the early hours, your body starts to break down muscle tissue to create the energy it needs. It's called catabolism, and it happens whether you're 25 or 65. Now, if that happens once in a while, it's not a big deal. But over years, it adds up. Loss of muscle mass is one of the key drivers of aging, loss of mobility, and chronic fatigue as we get older. So how do you stop that process? The answer is surprisingly simple. Give your body protein within the first 30 minutes of waking up. It doesn't have to be a full meal. It doesn't even need to be complicated. A quick protein shake, a hard-boiled egg, a scoop of protein powder stirred into Greek yogurt, just enough to send the signal, hey body, we're not starving. You can build, not break down. Personally, I used to skip eating in the morning. I thought I was saving time or intermittent fasting, but I was really just setting myself up for cravings and energy crashes by 10 a.m. Once I started adding a simple dose of protein early on, my focus sharpened. My appetite became more stable, and I felt stronger not just physically, but mentally. The research backs it up too. Starting your day with protein can reduce muscle loss by up to 60% over 5 years. That's not just about appearance, that's about independence, longevity, and feeling capable in your own skin. So the next time you wake up, remember, you're not just feeding your hunger, you're feeding your future. Start strong, stay strong. Morning habit 4, wake up your joints before they remind you they're there. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever gotten out of bed and felt like your body had aged 10 years overnight? That stiffness in your knees, that dull ache in your back, the way your ankles protest with every step? It might feel normal, like just part of getting older. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be? See, while we sleep, something interesting happens inside our joints. The synovial fluid, the natural lubricant that keeps everything moving smoothly, begins to settle and thicken. Think of it like engine oil on a cold morning. If you drive off without warming it up, you risk grinding the parts, slowly wearing things down. Your joints are no different. And here's the part that matters. If we don't gently wake them up, this sluggish fluid can lead to stiffness, inflammation, even long-term joint damage over time. But here's the good news, it only takes 90 seconds to change everything. Before you even brush your teeth, try this short sequence. Sit on the edge of your bed and rotate your ankles 5 slow circles each way. Gently roll your knees in small movements. Feel the connection. Stand up, twist your torso from side to side like you're wringing out tension. Sway gently left and right. Loosen the spine. Then roll your shoulders slowly. No sweat, no pressure, just presence. What you're doing here is more than movement. You're honoring your mobility. You're investing in your future independence. Because the truth is, it's not the number of candles on your cake that limits your life, it's the loss of freedom, of movement, of trust in your own body. I've watched people in their 30s move like they're in their 70s probables, and I've seen 70-year-olds who glide through the day with lightness. The difference? Habits, especially the ones we build in the quiet corners of our morning. So take those 90 seconds, not just for your joints, but for your peace of mind. Your body isn't asking you to be perfect, it's asking you to pay attention. Morning habit 5. 1 minute to wake the mind, not just the body. Let me share a quiet truth with you. It doesn't matter how strong your body is, how disciplined your routine, or how healthy you eat, if your mind is foggy, disconnected, or weighed down by anxiety, everything else starts to crumble. The modern world teaches us to sharpen our memory, boost our focus, hack our productivity. But maybe what we really need is presence. That's why I want to invite you to try something different, something gentle, something deeply human. Every morning, before the noise of the day begins, sit for just 1 minute. No phone, no to-do list, just you, your breath, and your memory. Close your eyes and begin a small journey. Rewind your mind through yesterday. What did you eat? Who did you speak to? What was the weather like? What made you smile or feel tense? What colors were the sky, the clothes you wore, the room you were in? It sounds simple, but this act of recalling in reverse does something beautiful for the brain. It strengthens what neuroscientists call your cognitive reserve, a kind of mental muscle that helps your brain stay resilient as you age, like a backup system, a buffer against forgetfulness, confusion, or the slow unraveling of clarity that many fear with time. But more than that, this practice brings you back into your life. It roots you. It reminds you that your days aren't just tasks, they're experiences, and that each one is worth remembering. I started doing this after a period of feeling like time was slipping by too fast. Days blurred into weeks, and I couldn't recall what I'd done, who I talked to, or even what I felt. This 1 minute practice changed that. It gave me my awareness back, my gratitude back. And here's the deeper truth. This isn't about training your memory. It's about waking up your mindfulness. It's about honoring the life you're already living before you rush into the next thing. So tomorrow morning, before the coffee, before the scroll, before the stress, give your mind a moment to remember who you were so you can show up more fully for who you're becoming. Morning habit 6. Breathe yourself back into you. So many of us start the day the same way, alarm blaring, phone in hand, rushing out of bed into the next demand. But in all that speed, we often forget the most important thing, ourselves. Have you ever noticed that your body feels tense before your day even begins? That your mind is already buzzing, already worrying, before you've had a chance to even say good morning to your own thoughts? It's because we've forgotten the power of something so basic, so ancient, so human, breathing. Not the unconscious breath that keeps us alive. I'm talking about intentional breath. Those few, slow, sacred inhales that reconnect you to your body, your moment, your sense of being. Here's the practice. It takes less than a minute, but the effect? It's like pressing reset on your nervous system. Sit or stand where you are. No special pose required. Take a deep breath in through the nose slow and steady. Feel the air as it moves into your lungs. Imagine it expanding through your chest, your ribs, down to your belly. Hold it for a second, feel the fullness of life. And then exhale gently through your mouth. As you breathe out, let go of whatever weight you carry from yesterday, even if it's just for now. Repeat this 3 to 5 times, no more, no less. Just presence. What you're doing here is waking up more than your body. You're calming the part of your nervous system that says, you're safe, you're centered. This is called the parasympathetic response, your body's natural way of lowering stress, regulating the heartbeat, and bringing harmony between your physical and emotional self. I used to skip this. I thought breathing was automatic. Why practice it? But the day I gave this moment to myself, truly gave it not rushed, Not forced, I realized it wasn't about oxygen. It was about ownership. You deserve to start your day in peace, not panic. So before you step into the world, before the headlines, the emails, the kids, or the chaos spas, breathe. Because sometimes the most powerful way to move forward is to return to yourself first. Morning habit 7. Begin with gratitude, live with intention. Let me ask you something simple but powerful. When you wake up, before you do anything else, what's the first emotion that rises in you? Is it anxiety, rushing, a sense of duty, or is it something softer? What if I told you that the way you greet the morning, your emotional posture in those first few moments can quietly shape everything that follows? You see, our mindset at the very start of the day acts like a compass. If you begin your morning feeling grateful, grounded, and clear, you're far more likely to respond to life instead of react to it. And that's not just wishful. Thinking studies in psychology and neuroscience have shown that gratitude actually rewires the brain to boost emotional resilience, decision making, and focus. Here's a small practice. It takes less than a minute, but its impact can echo through your entire day. As you breathe gently, ask yourself, what is one thing I feel truly grateful for this morning? It doesn't need to be big. It could be the softness of your bed, the laughter of someone you love, or simply the fact that you have another chance to live today. And then ask yourself another question. How do I want to live this day? Not what do I have to do, but who do I want to be while I do it? Do you want to move through your to-do list with calm? Do you want to show up with joy in your conversations? Do you want to face challenges with kindness instead of tension? These questions may seem small, but they recenter you in the driver's seat of your own day. I used to wake up and check my phone immediately. My thoughts weren't mine, yet they belonged to the world. But when I started claiming the morning with gratitude and intention, I noticed something changed. I stopped chasing the day and started co-creating it. This is more than a ritual, it's a reminder. You have agency. You can choose your energy. You can begin not from pressure, but from peace. So tomorrow morning, before the noise of the world reaches you, pause. Be thankful. Ask yourself what kind of day you want to live, and then go live it. A choice that changes everything. Slow down to what if I told you that the first 5 minutes after you wake up could add 5, 10, even 30 more years to your life? I know that might sound like an exaggeration, but stay with me. No magic pills, no fancy medical treatments, just a handful of simple morning habits rooted in ancient wisdom and now backed by modern science. See, how you begin your day isn't just about setting the tone, it's about setting the trajectory. Every morning, your body, your brain, and your spirit are waiting for a signal. And that first signal you send, it decides whether today builds your vitality or slowly chips away at it. Ever wake up feeling stiff, foggy, or already exhausted before your feet even touch the floor? That's not just getting older. That's your body quietly asking you to pay attention. It's saying, don't rush, start right. The good news is there's something you can do about it. And it doesn't require hours of yoga, cold plunges, or biohacking. Just a few mindful actions in the first moments of your morning. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 simple habits inspired by Shaolin tradition, refined by science that can act as your personal shield against aging. Habits that not only protect your physical health, but also sharpen your mind, center your emotions, and energize your spirit. Because aging isn't the enemy. Losing your connection with yourself is. You can begin your day feeling reactive, rushed, and scattered, or you can rise like a monk anchored, awake, and fully present. So let's take back those first 5 minutes together, not with pressure, but with purpose. Because how you start your day might just decide how long and how fully you live it.